Again, first of all, he is running to make America great again with a country-first rallying cry. For folks who think America is already great, his message is not resonating well at all. And that includes most minorities, most immigrants who came from much lesser standards of living, and women, of course. When these sections of the society benefited greatly in the last 50 years, the one important section that suffered economically was the working class white men. Apparently, some of his policy positions, when compared to that of Hillary's, is resonating well with the huge majority of working class white people. Then coming out and voting for him, this majority population coming out and voting for him in huge numbers, as America has never seen before, is the only way for Trump to the White House. On the economic front, him being a businessman obviously understands the problems of running a business, especially small businesses. He has proposed to reduce taxes. He proposed to relieve taxpayers by excluding childcare expenses from taxation. He intends to abolish estate taxes, lower business income tax to 15%, and remove limitations and taxation of foreign investments in America. American economy has only grown 1.2% over the last year, the weakest recovery since Great Depression. Several consequences of massive taxation, regulation, and bad trade deals and massive bureaucratic mess, according to Trump and his policy experts, is the reason for such slow pace of growth. This is definitely a reason why wealthy and self-employed Indian Americans, in my opinion, should have a second look at Trump, as they are going to benefit tremendously under his economic agenda. He exhibits enormous strength when it comes to strong defense and controlling illegal immigration, a very popular message in the majority white community. Especially with the weekly terrorist attacks happening in US cities, his support base is going to be more energized with each terror plot unfolding. He wants to put a stop to the refugee intake from the war-torn Arab countries. Mr. Trump, along with a huge majority of US citizens, believe that there is not enough data on these potential refugees to vet them properly before admitting to United States. To reinforce their fears, just last week, a few days ago, the Department of Homeland Security reported that at least 858 illegal immigrants on the deportation list and some with potential terrorist ties that had been ordered, deported or removed under another name were improperly granted US citizenship due to a failure to maintain adequate fingerprinting records. Trump is definitely the law and order candidate. In the continuing violence against police in major US cities, he is obviously on the side of the police, unlike Hillary, who sides with agitating sections of the society. Indian Americans, who are extremely concerned about safety and security for their families, may find an ally in Trump if they can ignore his immaturity, mannerisms, and lack of presidential demeanor. Is it okay to ignore those qualities is the million-dollar question. He intends to renegotiate trade deals, especially NAFTA, a very unpopular trade deal with Canada and Mexico. He proposed to withdraw from TPP that he contends will destroy the US car industry. According to Peterson Institute, TPP would increase the US automobile trading deficit by 23 billion by 2025. He also intends to apply tariffs and duties to countries that take advantages of liberal American policies. He proposed massive investment to improve US domestic infrastructures, including roads, bridges, and airports, a direct indication of improving America. These proposals, if implemented, are definitely in the best interest of Indian Americans as well. On the IndoAmerican front, like in many other areas, Trump is not tested. However, he intends to seek Indian assistance to deal with Pakistan. He is the number one enemy of Islamic fundamentalism emanating from Pakistan, which India is dealing with for decades. So far, he had only praises for India and its leaders. All the data so far indicates that he could continue the Bush-Obama agenda of strengthening India as a US partner in Asia. Considering all the facts, and in conclusion, I think India and Indian Americans should remain open for the weeks to come and see how the policies of Trump and Clinton unfold on the debating stages before making a final call. That's all from my side. Thank you.